Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like TNT. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, can and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you were part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks, and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do. You have a blessed day as well, and if you can, come tune in on the YouTube, huh? You have a very blessed one, huh? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGS, it's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, huh? Brought to you by myself and that good GMG, Good Morning Gang. Listen, how are y'all feeling this morning? This morning, this morning. Hey, I hope y'all feeling blessed and highly favored. The fact that you're able to open your eyes, get the crustaceans out the corners, get the little Drew stains off your face and chin. You know what I'm talking about? The fact that you're here able to inhale, exhale says that you are blessed and be amongst the living because some folks, unfortunately, were not blessed to be able to do so. So, guess what? I need for you to make it the best day ever. I need for you to live your life like it's golden. I need for you to live in your purpose, your peace, and your positivity. I need for you to also get some prosperity. I need for you to hurry up. And you know what I'm saying? Just get your life right because you got one more chance to get it right. But guess what? While you out here living your best life, I want you to plan, plot, strategize so that if you're so blessed to see mañana tomorrow, that you make it an even better day than today. That part. Listen, y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you're getting off a word, just getting in the word. You out of work, clickety clacking, looking for work, or you looking across the room, across that bed, in the bathroom, across that kitchen, at your boo boo bun thing, significant or insignificant other, or your spouse, and you're ready to put in work. The Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you right and ready. Whom do we got in this building, huh? Connie Baptiste. Good morning to you. Yes, it is. It's Hump Day, baby. Yeah. Sexy Sugar Mama. Good morning, Shari. Good morning. Peep Ski, Wagwan, Brethren, Polo Dolo, riding solo, King Skills, salute. Good morning, Vino Diva from that good west side, the gay area. She's in here, and over there it's early, early. You feel me? Terry Murray, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Huh? The real packy reek reeking of that good pack off the early. Huh? Who else we got in the building? The Bird, Grand Risings, the Bird. Flo, okay, Flo and Tree, I see you in here. Good morning to ye. Yeah, D Loke, what's goody like the mob, Lokester? Huh? Listen, who else we got here? Bree is in the place to be. Good morning to ye. Somebody got a page called Save the Watermelons. Oh, God damn it. That's IG. Anyway, Dana Mack, good morning to you from that good Alabama way. She's in here. TMG, huh? Who else we got in here before I get this party started right? Terry Murray, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I do. Rich, Mr. Rich, what's goody like the Bob, huh? Yeah, Tiffany, I see you. Good morning, good morning. Huh? How you doing? Nazir, peace God. I see you. Listen, we about to get it in like we only know how to do. Pause, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? Feel preaching out the gate is crazy. Hey, who else? Did I miss anybody? For those that are watching and listening from the rafters, or from the anonymous side of things. Good morning to you all. Step into the light, though, Caroline. Step into the light. Huh? We gonna have added. Listen, I don't care if you tapped in, tuned in from Facebook, from YouTube, of course, from Twitch, X, also known as Twitters. Make sure you stop by the YouTube and hit that thumbs up button. You know what I'm talking about? And after you do that, hit that notification. Oops, let me slow down. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Boop, boop. Then after that, hit that notification bell, something like this. Beep, so you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drops. Whenever Feel the Love Friday drops. Whenever anything that I put on this god darn Big Hill Speaks channel, you be amongst the first to know. Yeah, baby. That part right there. Dreamy Wonders, you know where we at on the good YouTube, huh? Listen. Yeah. How are y'all feeling, huh? How y'all feeling, right? Something wrong with my AC this morning. They got to come fix this thing because I'm about to go up. I'm about to be angry. About to be angry. And I don't like they're not gonna like me when I'm angry. But anywho, listen. This morning, there's a lot going on in the world. If y'all saw by the title, by the thumbnail for this situation, is America broken? Hey, Hey, Susan, come on over to YouTube. Is America broken, right? Is this what we asked for? Is this what we wanted? Huh? Is this what we imagined? When I say we, the whole of us, because some of us is on this side of the fence, some of us that are on this side of the fence, and some of us straggling on the fence, and some of it wish they could even see a fence. You know what I'm talking about? But guess what? 20 bandana, what's good ain't like the mob? Um, it's imperative for us to pay attention at the things that are going in modern day society, especially in our modern day society in the United States of America. There's a whole lot going on. There's a lot of possibilities, good, bad, and or indifferent, depending on what your thought processes are about a lot of things. A lot could happen in these upcoming days, upcoming months. We only 6 months into this presidency. We're only about 6 months into this presidency, and it's already up and stuck. We in a time, hey sugar, I'm over on the good YouTube. We in a day and time where military is being called in to quell protests. Protests surrounding the Gestapo-esque tactics of rounding people up, snatching people from their homes, from businesses, from their families, hell, separating moms from their babies, dads from their families, uh, of brown and black persuasion, at least from what they are really showing. I have yet to see, some European bodies, some Russian, Yugoslavian, other countries, and this is not personal. This is not personal against anybody, right? I have yet to see where they have been deporting anybody that should not be here from all persuasions, right? But then not only are they snatching up people that have been living here illegally, also snatching up people who have gotten visas, who have gotten permission to be here, who picked up individuals that have chosen to seek asylum here from the various countries that they've come from, where there's all kinds of atrocities going on, right? Then in the mix of Donald Trump, Frubby Frump, unleashing ICE on the population, in the midst of that, right? Because there's too many bodies here on the United States soil, right? Too many illegals. But you're gonna bring somebody, you're gonna bring some pale skinned white South Africaners here, their families here, without due process, without them applying for visas, without them going through the paperwork trail and processes that people should since he got on saying that the people being deported can come back after they do things properly. These South Africans are being brought here without doing things properly, all because supposedly they are facing insurmountable racist things in South Africa, right? But here in America, who has supposedly built his name as a melting pot. Specifically, New York was called the melting pot, but that this has been called the land of the free, the home of the brave. To whereas the gates and the doors were always open at a certain time for certain people, right? Come on in. Come on in. We want you here. We have a home for you. Come be free. Come be free from whatever country you come from. Come be free. But is that only applying to certain races, certain creeds, certain nationalities, certain cultures? Huh? I know, Terry, I'm getting to that. I'm getting there. Hey, Creole Cupcakes. Ricky Bell. Doesn't seem America is working right to the rest of the world. Hell, it don't seem like it's working right to us right here in America. Huh? Listen, America has not been America has not been one to shy away from controversy, from revolt, from revolution, from riots, from protests, even from its inception. The four founders of this country, supposedly four founders, because there were people here before they got here, but the four founders of this country, remember the Boston Tea Party? Remember the Redcoats? Remember the Revolutionary War? Remember these things when America, those that came over here fought for their freedom from tyranny, supposedly from Great Britain, from England, from those countries. Remember that? But then they took land that didn't belong to theirs. They lied to, they tricked, they bamboozled, they led astray native indigenous people that lived here, unalived, all worded, slaughtered, massacred native indigenous people that belong here, that were here well before any European descent landed on this side of the map. Then later on to grab up other groups of people of color, of melanin, and bring them here to help build this country, to get paid and prosper off of the blood, tears, and the sweat and a whole lot of blood. I said that backwards from where I wanted to say it. Of a lot of our forefathers and foremothers, only to only to reluctantly release them from bondage in one form. It's called slavery. Only to release them from bondage in one form, to try to suppress and oppress them in other forms. Jim Crow, lynchings, KKK, hatred, segregation. Only for us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and actually form towns, little cities, and things, and thrive in the midst of the bullshiggery. Only to have these individuals to want to snatch what's ours, tear down what we've created out of jealousy, out of envy, out of wickedness, out of hatred. Michelangelo, TKBS Nation, salute GMG. Rashad Houston, home team, what's good? Only to do that and also take land illegally from black and brown citizens. Only to act progressive, only to act progressive to so-called recognize us as equal citizens, right? Without fully changing the Constitution. Mm. Wow, instituting chain gangs and prison industries and things to where they could legally reinstitute slavery right up under our noses. Hey, Sierra Bay. Hey, hey. Charlie Hustle. Good morning, GMG. Only to smile in our face and act like, this is a different day. It's a different country. That all men are created equal and all men are free here in this good old United States of America. And some would say, if you don't like it here, go elsewhere. But some of the main people that complain about the things going on and the progression of my forefathers and foremothers are people that ain't from here neither. And if they don't like it here, I say to them, get your ass the hell up out of here. Huh? We're living in a day and time, 2025, where a lot of the BS that I'm seeing in my 52 years of life, almost 53 years of life, would never thought that I would be seeing this in 2025. The racism, the hatred, the bigotry, the calculated efforts not to control the population, but to kind of decimate it in a sort of means, right? Hey, Jenny Miles. Hey, hey. We're living in a day and time where divide and conquer is never more prevalent, never more obvious than now. Whether it be people saying that what's going on with ICE ain't our business, whether it be the plight of people that are living in the streets and hungry ain't our problem, whether it be men versus women and all the things and issues that come about with that. We are living in a day and age where divide and conquer is at an all-time high. Well, people are feeling more emboldened to spew their racist rhetoric and wonder why they're getting a fist in their mouth or a foot upside they head. And some would say they're free to say what they want to say. Yes, you are, but you're free to deal with the consequences there within of your actions. They say we're now living in a country where our freedoms aren't free, where you got mothers scared to let their boys go out to play, where fathers are tearfully having to sit down with their young men and young women and have very strange conversations about how to carry themselves, even though the mothers and fathers are raising them to carry themselves properly as is, but to have a different sort of conversation to whereas they got to understand that we're living in a day and time that you might not even be safe to get home. And it ain't just from people that are in hoods and sheets and things of that nature, neo-Nazi outfits and all these things, but also people that wear uniforms that are paid by the taxpaying citizens to protect and serve us as the US citizens or as the citizens of the United States. We're in a day and time. This is June 11th, 2025. And as we speak, as of last night, Texas has been protesting. California, first and foremost, has been protesting. Atlanta, ATL protesting. DC, there's been some protesting. New York, there has been some protesting. Chicago, there has been some protesting. Some would say, oh, that's not our problem. That's not our issue. But who's to say tomorrow, today it's them, tomorrow it's us? Who's to say that that won't happen? We're in a day and time that's highly unprecedented, where not only the leadership of this country is kind of acting under dictator-esque ways, but this president is also, and to my knowledge, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, for the first time in history, is lobbying to send US citizens, not illegal immigrants, not foreign criminals, excuse me about the balloons. I don't know what the hell that happened for. I ain't talking about foreign nationals, foreign criminals, illegals, and none of these other things, but I'm talking about US citizens. Send them to jails in foreign countries to serve their time. Where they do that at? Since when have they done that? That sounds like slavery, international slavery all over again. Because if you know, do your due diligence on slavery, not just the slavery here on U.S. soil, but slavery and how it works in other countries where people are sold to other nations and other places for coins, for dollars, for favors, et cetera, et cetera. Where would it be constitutionally sound or okay to send your citizens to a foreign country? And the countries, one of them, I think Venezuela, one of them was somewhere, I think, so I forget where. For those that don't know, a lot of the jails, the penal systems of other nations are way more off the hook, way more poorer, way more deadly or dangerous than any of the most dangerous US pens, state pens, and jails in the United States. A lot of countries, if you don't got family there or money on you, you might as well be good as dead because the jails don't give you 3 hots and a cot like they do here. I know somebody that was locked up in El Salvador. No, Ecuador, I think it was. It's one of them. And they had to petition because his family was over here and they couldn't get he wasn't being fed because they don't feed them regularly. Over there, their families bring them food into the jails for them to eat. Where in the world is that okay? How can you all be okay with that? Tracy Goffs, come on over to the good YouTube channel right there. But you're right, jails abroad are very awful, very awful. For the first time in history that I can recall, a president is pushing for this to happen and trying to get this law enacted to send U.S. citizens across the globe to other places to serve their time. I wonder what benefit would that be for him? What favors would he get for that? Whose good graces would he align himself to or be in by doing such? Hey, Music for God to say, ask for your posed question. May not be broken, but seriously effed up. Seriously effed up is broken to me. Is it fixable? Hell yeah, it's fixable. Hell yeah, it's fixable. That's it right there. Not even uniform skin color would be enough to get away with doing this, man. Hey, Sharonda Bradford, I see you. But what are you gonna do about it? Sit on your thumbs? Pause. No, Daddy. You gonna shuck and jive, dancing all away like it's going somewhere? You gonna sit idly at home and not care until it knocks on your door to pull you out of your own home? You gonna sit home like this is not my problem, not my fight, like you ain't a mother, like you ain't a father, like you don't got kids, like you ain't got a heart. Now me, if they're criminals and they commit crimes, send their ass back. Send them where they come from, wherever the case may be. I'm with that, right? But if it's just people that just come to America because of the dream that America has sold the world by any means necessary to make a better means and a better living and a better way for their family, I don't see how that should be looked down upon. That should be applauded. The same way in this country, we don't fully applaud people that have been downtrodden or gone to jail, done some things wrong, and got themselves together and made something of themselves. We don't applaud that as much as we should, 'cause that's somebody making change for the better, right? You would think that'd be a great thing, right? But how can we, especially people, melanated people of various shades, various colors and hues, how could we look down at a people or people that come to make a better way for themselves in a country where people here look down on us all the damn time? How do we sit still bearing the memories, bearing the DNA the DNA residuals of the atrocities and things that happened to our forefathers and foremothers and be okay with it happening to other people just because of who they are and or how they got here. Some say they taking up the jobs. They taking up the jobs. A lot of them jobs y'all didn't want anyway. Now you want them, huh? Make that make sense. Some say, "Oh, they piling up 10, 20 in a house," or whatever the case may be. Y'all forget we did that. We used to do that. We used to have to do that. That's how places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, and various other places became into existence. We had to lean unto each other because we couldn't lean to the outside, and we had multiple families in one home sometimes. We had multiple like, you had multiple generations under one roof at a time here in this good old state of America. I mean, good old country of America. Because we had to do that, right? But then you turn around and look down on other people for doing the same thing we had to do. That's stupid to me. That's asinine. If you ask me in this day and age, especially with the economy being what it is in a lot of places, spaces, multi-generational cohabitation is a dope thing. Because you got more than one person, you got a bunch of people that can split the bills and share shit and break down the costs so that people in that house can save money and actually maybe build up some finances, clean up some bills, get their credit right, have some things. But we done got so bougie in our bullshit that we cool with the bullshit. And people say they passing bills for other people and not us. If you really read that bill, that so-called Asian bill that was passed, it wasn't just for the Asians. That has been debunked. But a lot of people don't do their Googles, don't do their due diligence to actually realize or read to find out what a bill is really about or what really was passed or who it's really for. And or don't read enough to know their own individual rights as it stands today, criminally, civilly, etc. Commercially, some people gonna be mad at me for what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, when you sit back and get some alone time and think about it, you be like, you know what, Phil, you're right. We're from a group of people that have been ostracized, judged, prejudged, brutalized at a time or two, counted out, and yet and still we persevere in a lot of areas and a lot of industries that they thought we could never one be involved in, two be smart enough to excel, three ingenious enough to create most of the products that we have in this good United States of America. So much so that some of the masters, slave owners, and scrupulous, evil businessmen have taken credit for. That alone should be enough to say, "Hey, man, I see I see the play of what they doing with the Latino and Hispanic community. It looks very familiar in some ways." Remember, there was a time when they didn't want us to live in certain areas. They didn't want us to live in certain on certain blocks in certain cities, certain sides of the town or whatever the case may be. Even to this day, that's a thing. Jug was good. We in a day and time where black folks get looked at a certain way, and they got us looking at brown folks a certain way and red and yellow folks a certain way. When we all just people just trying to make it, trying to get to it, trying to get it. You hear me? And just like in all races, there's bad people. In all races, there are good people. And just like we amongst our people have a lot of hardworking mothers and fathers, uncles and aunts, nephews and nieces, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters that are just trying to leave something positive to their kids. That's what the Latino and Hispanic families are doing too. Everybody's quick to say, ah, well, they got criminals, they got criminals. We got criminals. The white folks got criminals. Other races got criminals. Ah, they taking up jobs. Again, your ass wasn't trying to go out and pick no crops. Your ass wasn't trying to do the manual labor of certain jobs. Some of y'all need to smack yourself in the face because you're lying to yourself. All because these people came in and did the jobs that we didn't wanna do, live in houses together like we used to do, and have been able to make a way out of no way. And so the government sees these little tears and add salt in the wound and create environments and create scenarios to keep us going at each other because of this. Jealous over dumb shit that don't belong to us no way, and keeps us from having the things or having the organization to demand the things that we deserve and should be ours. Hey, Trina Pink, good morning. Lady Costanita, good morning. You got here in 2025, you got Karens and Kens following you around neighborhoods because they ain't seen you yet or they don't know who you are. And it's or in apartment buildings and houses and swear up and down, you're trespassing. You have no right to be here because they think so, or they say so, or they don't have the knowledge of who you are, like they control something, like they are in power or in some position to where they gotta know who the hell you are. It's the delusions of grandeur and the entitlement for me. We gotta stop being so divisive and divided over the bullshit that has been set in play to keep us divided. Hell, within our own culture, in our own race. And I'm saying our own race because most of the people that are listening are black, of African descent, or whatever the case may be. We got to understand the bigger picture at play. We got to stop sitting home in fear, operating in fear, and get on the next pause of the local politicians by way of voting, by way of going to their offices, by way of filing petitions against their ass. The same way they voted in, they can be voted out. Your mayors, your aldermen, your councilmen, your governors. Those are the people that'll get to the people that's in Congress and Senate. Those are the people that'll put the press on the situations on bills that this president or any president is trying to pass. Because at the end of the day, don't none of them wanna lose their job. They don't wanna lose their money that they're getting above the table and under the table, pause. They wanna be able to stay in position. They wanna be able to stay just where they at and stay comfortable. The problem is we live in so much in fear, we allowing them to stay in comfort, and we be uncomfortable. We the people. We the people. People that put them in that office in the first place. The ones who was sold the dreams and promises of what they would do and ain't done. There's a lot there's a lot that I could say that I'm not gonna say because, you know what I'm saying, these internet streets, YouTube, these are platforms of other individuals, other people, right? And this is by no means an anti one race or another message, show, or the like. This is more like an anti the bullshiggery show. We got to stop telling ourselves this does not involve us. This does not affect or effect us. This is not our problem. This is not our issue because it partially is. And again, if it's easy for them to do away with them, it'll be easy for them to get it to where they can do away with us. Think about the changes that are happening in the schools. Think about the fact that they trying to shut down Job Corps. Think about all these things that they're doing to attack the growth and the productivity of people of our color. Trades that were taught in schools are being pulled out of school systems in a lot of areas, have been and are being pulled out of the school systems in a lot of areas. Things that spark the entrepreneurial mind in our youth. Because when you get these trades, not only can you go work for a company or two, you can start your own business and get your own money. They don't want that though. They don't want that. They want you to be automated. They want you to go to school. Either go to college and go to work or go to school and go to work. That's a form of indentured servitude. But even more so when you gotta go to college and you gotta pay that bill, you gotta work, 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 work to pay that damn loan off. That loan you took out for college. For a lot of times in this day and age for a degree that you can't even use. One, because the market is so oversaturated, or two, there just ain't the demand, or three, your degree ain't what is you thought it would be when you get into the real world. I'd be surprised when I run into people that are college graduates that work at fast food spots just to make sure ends meet, just to make sure things happen. It happens a lot more than y'all think. Sorry for flooding you this morning. Woke up to everything. It's all good. I had already saw a lot of that anyway. Yes, correct. But a lot of people, our people out there fighting only care because we out there fighting. Most could care less about our people. We are the most loving people. We fight for people even when we know they don't like us. You can't down people because we're not protesting. It's not about not protesting, Nazia. It's not about not protesting because there's other ways to show that you show your solidarity. Again, getting at the lawmakers, getting at the people that run your city, your state, getting at the councilmen, getting at the mayors, flooding their phones, flooding their emails, flooding their offices, making sure the news is in tune to the things that happen in your neighborhood or in your city or in your state that may not make it to the news. That would show the atrocities or show the bad things that are going on. To show you don't have to be a part of the protest to be a part of the protest, if that makes sense. Hell, in uh, some people aren't physically able to be a part of the protest. It would be dangerous for them to be a part of the protest, but that don't mean that they can't protest, or that doesn't mean that they can't show solidarity. Hell, some mama, somebody could be fixing sandwiches and juice just to pass out to people that's outside. That's showing solidarity in a way. Starting a petition to submit to the mayor's office, the governor's office, et cetera, et cetera. That's a way of showing solidarity and support. And at some point, that's right, it's all a protest. And at some point, somebody has to fully extend their hand. We can't be always looking at each other like, well, y'all didn't do this, or you didn't do that, or y'all not doing this. And somebody with a level head, level mind has to say, you know what, enough is enough. There's a bigger picture here. There's a bigger enemy here. There's a bigger situation here. What y'all trying to do? What y'all trying to do? Because sometimes D Blade from that good H Town, sometimes protesting and rioting ain't enough. Sometimes it's misguided. Sometimes it's done the wrong way, especially when you're tearing up your neighborhood. But when you tear up their side of the town, that's when things change. That's why they calling in these militaries and things, because some people are getting hip. Shut down the traffic. Go here, do this. Go tear their stores up. Go in their neighborhood and tear stuff up. That's when things hurry up and happen. When you tear up your own neighborhood, they don't care about that but so much. Let them tear their stuff up. That's why a lot of times they sit back and let you loot and let you just tear stuff and burn stuff up because they know you gonna be the one affected in the long run when it's all over and said and done. And I'm not, condoning or telling nobody to go out here and loot, riot, or even protest. You have to be a man or woman of your own conviction on anything it is you do. But we have to be smarter within ourselves and smarter collectively. If we knew the laws and if we got at the people we needed to get at, who got at the people in Congress and Senate, that would get at the presidency and that would change some things. Trust me. We a lot of times want to go from our seats in our home straight to the presidency and da 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 da, and missing all the middlemen and the people that's really making it happen for them. We missing all the meat of the coconut and wonder why things don't change. Wonder why things don't change. Tracy Golf, you funny. Hey, Mike, two times. What's good? And for the censorships, this is not no alcohol. This is spring water. YouTube is real fickle on you drinking online. So yeah, no water. Some of y'all probably like, I feel you bugging, feel you don't know what you're talking about. But I've lived more than a lot of, I live more a longer life than some of y'all in this chat. And some of y'all that are older than me, y'all know better. And I'm not just talking as somebody that's been on the sidelines. I've been a part of protests. I've been part of a couple unrest, as I'll call them. I'm not gonna call them riots, unrest. I've been a part of them. I ain't never been one to just sit on the sideline and just run his mouth. There was one in DC that I was a part of that happened where uh, a Latino person was shot while in handcuffs by a black police officer at that. The city went up, especially in the Adams Morgan area, Park Road, Adams Morgan area, Columbia Heights went up. And it wasn't just Latinos out there, it was black folks out there too. Hell, there was even some white folks out there. Because you know why? Because that officer could very well have been Latino, or that officer could very well have been white. The person in handcuffs could have very well looked like you or me. We got to see the bigger picture. That's the point I'm making. Not necessarily who what the skin tone of the person is at in the moment, but see the bigger picture. And believe it or not, there's a time when we gonna all need each other anyway. There's gonna come a time when we gonna all need each other. Trust me. But if we busy being so divisive amongst ourselves, hell, we're divisive amongst ourselves a lot of times in our own homes. We're divisive among ourselves on our own block, on our own neighborhoods, in our own communities. We're divisive among ourselves in our own race. So I get why you some people can't be empathetic or sympathetic to other people in other races. But like Nazia said, we are of a very loving and forgiving people. But sometimes we hold on to bitterness with the wrong people and forgive the even wronger people, if that makes sense. We should be more having more empathy and sympathy for some people, but then we foolishly forgive and forget the bullshiggery of other people that should not be forgotten. I know some of y'all came in here with general news and things of that nature, but that's not what I'm on this morning. That's not what I was feeling. It's not what I wanted to tap into. We can talk about Diddy anytime. We can talk about the BET Awards anytime. Excuse me. We can talk about a lot of things, whether frivolous or semi-serious at any other time. In Sacramento, everybody be out to protest all different shades. That's a fact, Sierra Bay. I'm putting the link in the comments and I'm pinning it to the top that we can have the conversation. If you want to tap in, then you do so. Come on up here and talk to me. I was in B more for the Freddie Gray protest. Sheesh, that was crazy. Felt like a war zone. Yeah, and in this situation, I saw a video where a woman didn't she wasn't dressed in protest gear or none of that, was trying to get to her apartment, which happened to be behind a police line, and they shot her with a rubber bullet. They shot her with a rubber bullet. What in America is that? I saw footage and I saw pictures of people that have been shot in their bodies and in their heads with rubber bullets. And rubber bullets can kill you or do extensive internal damage via hemorrhaging. Saw a picture of a man, he was a reporter, had a big old what you call on his forehead from getting hit square, dead square middle of his forehead with a rubber bullet. Probably got a concussion. Somebody was hit on to the side with a rubber bullet. Justin Show was good. It's a crazy situation. People say, "Oh, that ain't us. That ain't our problem." Remember when they used to sick the attack dogs on us, beat us with the clubs and tear gas, pepper spray us, and all these things. Still happens. That's what you mean. How soon you forget, or how soon your peoples have forgotten and ain't reminded your ass. Give me a second. I got you, brother. Damn, where my damn screens at? Okay, there we go. Hold up. Wait. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm preparing a couple shows that I got in the making. If you would like to be a help and a part of them, please hit my inbox. Serious inquiries only, no bullshiggery. Got some things in the making. Is almost all the way funded. Just need a little bit of extra oomph for whatever the case may be. get at your boy seriously. Don't hit me to be nosy. But if you would really be like to be a part of it and or uh, gain a nice return on your coins, holla at your boy. Big Phil speaks on all platforms, but mainly I'm talking about on IG. What's up, Terry?
What's hoodie like the mob? What's going
What's
on? Good
hoodie
morning.
like the mall? He said, "What's hoodie like the?"
Today, my
Listen,
name is Charles Winslow. We're
Charles
Charles Winslow.
Winslow. Oh my God.
Charles Winslow. I'm just leaning into it at this point. That's what's up. Oh, and definitely like any support you need, brother. I've been a huge advocate of venture capitalism,
Hmm.
and kind of what you're speaking on is like we it's so much power in our community. It's like if you go
True.
to a club or you go out somewhere. And I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having fun and partying, but
True.
we could spend $200 on a bottle that you know don't cost you $200
Or more
or
on a
more
bottle.
or more. I'm
Yeah.
going low. I'm low balling it, but it's
Yeah.
more.
Facts.
We could spend $500 to be in the VIP section that you
Or
know is
more.
just a couple or more.
You low
I'm
ball.
low balling it,
Right.
Phil.
Right.
Like for some couches that a thousand other people sat on. So if we can just, that's why I'm really big on $2, $4, $5, whatever, because it's like we've got to continue to support people in what they want to
Facts.
do. So anything you need help
Reality
with, I'm
show.
100% there
Reality show.
with you for that.
If you inbox
But
me, I'll tell you more about it.
but
Sorry about that.
just to yeah, but just to speak on what's going on in the world now, I honestly feel like this is their plan. And I feel like it's been their plan for a long time to keep inciting black and brown people.
Mm.
Like if you go back and you think about George
Shoot.
Floyd, Philando Castile, there's so many people I'm going to be missing
Mm-hmm.
just naming them. And it's sad that there's so many, Sandra Bland,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many stories of black and brown people that it's on the news.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been the history of this country that if you look at how this country started, if anyone, there's a HBO documentary called Execute the Brutes, or it's like this something like that. But it's a really dope documentary on HBO, and they showed how they had like newspaper clippings saying like free land in America, just clear out the savages. And the savages are Native Americans. So you have people in Europe coming over by the boatloads thinking that, oh, this is manifest destiny. This is our land that was given to us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been this mentality of we're going to take what we want. And if you got a problem with it, you're going to be the problem.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we get to this point now to where, like you said, we just want to go on a vacation once in a while. We just want to pay our mortgage. We just want to like wake up and get through the day. But they're like, no, you can't do that. We're going to find a way to keep that from happening. And I don't understand how this is a land of immigration. The Native Americans are the only people who were here. And there were some black people that was here.
Aha.
There
Say
were some
that
black people
again.
here too. There was a land. This is a land of Native Americans, and
The indigenous folks, the ones that were here.
then now all of a sudden it's like you. I mean, if you look at like Texas was Mexico.
Mm.
You
Fact.
look at California, California was Mexico. So you see why there's such an outcry in Mexico's Tijuana's right there.
Right.
So it's you have and like I said, there's a lot of people in here from California. I hope everybody is staying safe out there, but there's people that like I've been to California, and it is you can't tell me that the Spanish influence. You can get a taco anywhere in LA.
That's a fact.
You can get Spanish food any. There's like so many areas. Even in Florida, we got like Little Koreatown, Little Vietnam. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what was supposed to make America great. That there's so many different cultures and different ideas and thoughts. But when we don't allow those voices to have a voice, or we try to silence those voices, and it's unfortunate. Like I look, I just learned how to calculate mortgages over 30 years, and it's crazy. Anyone that's trying to get a house right now, and I don't want to go too deep on it, but it's insane. 7% APR. You paying for two houses in 30 years, but that's a different story.
Mm.
But the fact that we're at a point now in life to where they're so aggressive with trying to move us out or move people to this way or that way is that's what's dangerous, because now it's
Yes.
getting to a point to be if you don't look
Yes.
like the non-threatenings, you're a
Hmm.
target now.
Exactly. And this is what I've been saying too. All while this is going on, while they're steadily deporting people, not just criminals, not just evil, vile people, but good, hardworking people, people who even either had the process or started the process of their citizenship legally, that have had visas and have visas and things of that nature are getting deported. While doing that, they're bringing in people from that look like them or their skin tone without the process that they claiming is the reason why they're deporting people and saying, yeah, they can come back when they do the right thing. That Trump said it himself. When they do the proper paperwork and the proper go through the proper channels, da 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 da. The people that they bring in from South Africa are not coming here under the proper paperwork, nor do channels or proper channels or whatever the case may be. So it's almost like spitting in somebody's face or playing in their face. And nah, that ain't what's happening. Nah, you seeing things or you tripping.
Mm-hmm.
You good today? Did you bump your head? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you should see a doctor because I think something's wrong with you
Mm-hmm.
all along playing in your face and making it do what it want.
Yeah.
It's crazy that way, and that's why I say people need to get up off their ass in some way, shape, or form, and stop with this. This is not our fight thing, because at the end of the day, they are afraid of us growing more, their population lessening. It's a lot of variables to this situation, and we just got to be more vigilant. We just got to do our due diligence and be more vigilant as to modern day happenings and things that are going on. And I don't mean just the award shows or just the bullshittery that the dancing and have. It's okay to be entertained. Let's not go there. It's okay to be entertained, but we definitely need a balance in our lives. I say it all the time. Like people that want to watch the damn Baddies Club. That's not my cup of tea, but some people want to watch that. Cool. You want to watch that, but watch something positive or watch something that's going to feed your brain. Watch some things that show you what's going on in the world today as we live it or whatever. That's a real fight. The baddies, they fighting whenever they want to. But this is a real fight. What's going on in these protests and what these police when they shooting people and people bucking back, that's a fight that
Mm-hmm.
has a cause to it. Baddies, they fighting just for likes and views and hopefully to go viral and hopefully to get a name out of themselves. The fight that these people are having, and it ain't just them, blacks and other people that are involved in the protests or whatever the case may be, are facing, it's a real fight. And it
Mm-hmm.
ain't just California, it ain't just LA. It's happening in LA. I think the Yay area might be going up or something from what I was told, but Texas, buck back. ATL, and these all things that I saw that happened last night. ATL, New
Yeah.
York, DC, a little something, Chicago, other areas. Because at the end of the day, some people use it as an opportunity to try to get up and get out from under and get some things. But then you
Mm-hmm.
got others that actually carpe diem, seize the day, and actually want to make a statement and say
Mm-hmm.
enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah. If
He
you
might
if
not
you
be my brother. She might not be my sister, but they damn sure my cousins on from the same tree.
100%. We're all family in this human race. We all come from that one DNA. So it's
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and I think it's like you said, like the baddie show. Like I don't know what that show is, because
You know
that's
what
not.
it is. You know you done peeked a couple of them cheeks. So now I'm
Look,
playing.
that's what Instagram is for. I'm joking. But no, it's like if you can spend an hour a day watching a show, educate yourself. Spend the hour reading something, and I really advocate reading because it goes straight here. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like when you watch something, it goes here, then goes here, but when you read something, it goes directly here first. So take an hour. It don't got to be 1 hour straight, but just read a little something, and the algorithm is gonna then start tailoring things for you to see. It's
Right.
gonna start showing you some more things you need to be aware of. So it's like you said, definitely a balance. I just want everyone to be aware that this isn't the end of it. This is just the beginning. Like you said, we're 6 months into the traffic cones presidency. He already changed it to the Gulf of America. Already doing this with like this is just the beginning. And then he said he wants Pence to run for president, and then he's just going to take over Pence after this guy. So people don't understand that. Like sometimes I do Amazon Flex, right? So Amazon Flex is like pretty much Uber Eats for Amazon. You just drive to people's houses. I can't tell you how many backwood road, no roads, just gravel that has Trump Pence 2024. These are people living in the wooded areas, nowhere near civilization. And it made me realize you don't even come around black and brown people. You stay in your little area, you stay in these woods, and you see what you think is success, what you think is a billionaire, which, truth be told, Trump apparently isn't really even a billionaire. He fudges his numbers on stuff. But that's another story. But like these people are being sold on the idea that they're better, sold on the idea that this country was founded by them. And as long as, like, there's going to be a divide, but we have to figure out, you got to figure out what side you're going to stand on. Are you going to stick?
Exactly, and there has to be a side of a greater good, not just because of he's presidency, but just in general, because this is a machine. He's just the instrument of the machine that's rearing up and
Mm-hmm.
gaining more momentum or whatever the case may be. And we have to be aware of those things, not to live in fear, not to be in fright, but to actually be educated, like Creel said, educate your mind
Yeah.
to be able to know and understand your rights as they stand and as they change, what your rights are and what they aren't, to learn how to maneuver, to live out your life as peaceful as possible, to educate your loved ones and your little ones,
Mm-hmm.
and to also educate your neighbor and your community so that y'all can hopefully get on the same page and and move accordingly or whatever. Not necessarily to strike up like violence or bullshit, but to at least civilly and rightfully and smartly stand up and say, these are my rights. These are what the law says. This is what the law says. This is what I'm demanding. Until you change that law, then this is my right. This is what you all are supposed to do, and have it documented in the courts of law, and keep a testament of it so that they can't say, oh, you never did this, or you never asserted your rights, or you never stood up for your own rights, or you so divided as a people that your word don't mean nothing because your people ain't gonna stand with you. But if we stand as a united front to say, hey, no, 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 enough is enough. Mayor, I put your ass in office, we'll get you up out of here. Governor,
Mm-hmm.
we put your ass in office, we'll get you up out of here. Alderman, councilman, same thing. Ward representative, we put you in office, we will get you the hell up out of here. A lot of people don't realize that they have a recourse after these people are in office. They feel like they gotta wait to the next term, the next
Right.
election, 2 years, 4 year election to get them up out of here. That's not true. But people don't do enough due diligence or do enough research to know their own rights in their communities, and a lot of people suffer for the lack of knowledge, like the
And
like
they're
the
not and
saying
they're not going
said.
to tell you. They're not going
Nah,
they're not going to give you this
nah.
information. You got to seek it out. I just wanted to jump on real quick, just really like everywhere from coast to coast, south and north, just everyone stay safe. Is I'm from Atlanta, you from the DMV. We got people
Mhm.
in here from Cali. We all we all trying to just pay our mortgage. We all just trying to like, you know what I mean? We all just trying to get through day by day, and don't fall for the
Come on,
decisiveness or
Sugaree.
divisiveness. Like, yeah, don't fall for the bullshittery. Exactly. Um, and like you said, you have the power. Your vote is strong. I know a lot of us is like, I'm not going out here, I'm not going out there, but it's never a problem until it's a problem, right?
Aha!
It's
That's it
never
right
it's
there.
never your issue until it's your issue,
It's
and then
at
you
your
figure out
door.
how did it happen. It's like no, it was right around the corner. You had time to do something about it,
That's a
and then it
fact.
made its way to you. But I gotta get my daughter ready. I just wanted to step in for a second. I
Thank you, my
appreciate
brother, as
y'all
usual.
always watching and much support, brother.
Appreciate you. See you next time, my brother.
Next time.
Terry Show.
You're
Listen, da, 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 da. The thing of it is, right? And I'm gonna give you another good analogy. When the police come and kick in the wrong door, a lot of people say, "Oh, sorry for them, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's not my door." Until your door becomes the wrong door that they kick in. Then it's like, no, hold up. Why y'all ain't got no right. Y'all shouldn't have never kicked in my door in the first place. Well, you should have gave a figure D when they kicked in somebody else's door that they had no business kicking in. We're not talking about doors that they righteously supposed to kick in, but the wrong doors. You never know when your turn might be. You never know when it's your time to go through something. You never know when the injustices that happen in our country will visit you where you lay, at your doorstep, on your job, at your children's schools, at your places of worship, in your favorite place to eat or shop, hell, or online. You never know when it's your turn to be in the hot seat of these things. And that's why I say that this fight will always be our fight and vice versa. They got to see that our fights, when it happens to us or in our neighborhoods, it's their fight too. And when I say they, I'm talking about any race, because that's a fact. It's been at our door. There's people of other races and such that are good people, and they see past the bullshittery, and they see the evil that's happening. They see the wrongdoings that are happening. They see that the off-put nature of some of these laws and things that are being put in place. And hell, if you want to be totally honest, you want to know, a lot of these things a lot of these programs that have been cut off and scaled back and dialed back and all these things that Trump has enacted. You know who people getting hurt the most out of this? It ain't us. It's his own people. That's the crazy part about it. And some of these dumbasses been like, Trump forever. Why they losing benefits? Why they losing their livelihoods and stuff like that? And then with the AI and autonomy and all these things, it's gonna get harder out here for a pimp. I mean, it's gonna get harder out here for the hardworking man or woman trying to get a job and keep one. And y'all worried about people coming to take over jobs. Man, it ain't gonna be no jobs for them nor us at a time soon in certain industries. Right, Love Air, she said, I agree. Being out protesting isn't our fight, but the bigger picture is they can't stand us until they need us. And I think that they put LA on a curfew last night. I saw True Jim say that on the Spaces. I think it was from 8 last night to 6 this morning or whatever. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it again today. And that curfew affects everybody far away from their protests. And then with other areas going up, there's probably gonna be some damn curfews and stuff enacted there. Okay, Tracy, go make sure you come through or whatever. I like to follow the money. Even the illegal immigrants dump money into the U.S. economy. They should have been boycotting with us, and it would have spoken more loudly than burning stuff in L.A. Sarah Lynn, you got a point. You got a point, Sarah Lynn. But sometimes people don't know better. Sarah Lynn, some people don't know better until they learn better or taught better. Some people don't know. Some people don't. Our people perish for the lack of knowledge, huh? Phil, have you talked about Finney and his wife? No, I actually didn't. I was going to talk about that, Trina, but I was so enthralled by the inundation of videos and things that I've seen surrounding this whole situation or whatever. And there was a conversation we had on X the other day too that kind of sparked this show or whatever too. I just feel as though, um, again, we got to care more. We got to care enough to pay attention. We got to pay attention to learn, to watch, because again, and I don't want to be redundant, but a lot of people don't care till it hits their doorstep. And if it's right at the house next door to you, how long before it's going to be at your doorstep? I appreciate you, Trainer Pig. Nah, it's all good. Creel said nothing going on in my area. And hopefully it don't, Creel. Hopefully it don't. But anything's possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But yeah, I know some of us are of a certain age or whatever the case may be that they feel out of touch with certain things, or my I can't get involved because of my health issues, my age, or I don't get around like I used to. I'm not as vigilant as I used to, or whatever the case may be. But your way of protesting, your way of helping could be preparing lunches and juice for some people or some waters for people. It could be contacting the mayors, the councilmen, the governors. It could be organizing another side of protest petitions. It could be some other grassroots efforts or whatever the case may be. So don't look at yourself as because of your age or because of your health or your financial wherewithal that you are counted out as to helping other people and or helping your own people. Don't once discount yourself as such. Black people are on the front line in LA too. I know, me too. I watched two black men lead a super peaceful march yesterday and they put themselves right in harm's way. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Sarah Lynn. And I'm just saying, like, come on now. We all we got. We are all we got. And somebody got to stand by somebody if they want somebody to stand by them. That's all I'm going to say. Notorious, hey, hey. That's all. I mean, I'm just saying. Let me veer from that for a moment. And for those that don't know, I'll be in Indianapolis this weekend, so there will be no shows on Friday. There will be no morning show. There will be no Feel the Love. I will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, as a part of Flip the Airbnb cuff season or Flip the Cuffs or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a house is where you have to be handcuffed to one of the other people in the house all day, except when you go to the bathroom or shower. Lord have mercy on our souls. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be content. It's going to be things. It's going to be shenanigans. Y'all be in tune for that. Patreon.com/flip the network, DA network, huh? And make sure y'all check it out or whatever. Check your boy out. It's gonna be interesting. ICE tried to run through the hood in PA, but a young black mayor sent out warnings. Now we're on Trump's hit list here in Allegheny County. I've been feeding immigrants here too. Yeah, because some people see it. Some people see the fallacy in it all. Some people see the inhumane aspect of it all. Some people are seeing what it looks like historically. Some people remembering whether it be from a movie or a history book, how the Gestapo went house to house and hunted people down to put them in concentration camps and or do worse. Some people remember. Some people can envision. Some people do empathize. Please try to minimize the calling this time. Calling what? Notorious? What you talking about? Oh, falling. That only happened at that one house. I didn't fall at the last house. Notorious. You so silly. So silly. So silly. And again, I'm putting together a couple of shows of my own or whatever the case may be. It's almost fully funded. If you're interested in being a part of it, like I said, I don't need nosy people that just want to know. Because in time, you all will know. But if you're interested in a small investment with a nice return, short-term investment, holla at your boy. Holler at me, Big Phil Speaks on IG. Again, I don't need nosy folks that just want to be nosy and find out some things or whatever the case may be. But holler at me. Let's make it happen. It's gonna be real interesting. One of them gonna be coming to a city nearest you. Might be your city, because I'm going all over the country with one of them. But yeah, y'all tapping with your boy. You should do Feel the Love cuff to me. You bugged out, peep scheme. You bugged out. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, listen, we are living in them times. We are living in them times, them days. We got to step up the way Martin Luther King Jr. stepped up. We got to step up the way Malcolm X stepped up. We got to um, step up like our forefathers and foremothers did in the civil rights movement. They did a lot of protesting. They did a lot of marching. They took a lot of getting whooped upside their head, and police dogs sicked on them, and fire hoses, and all these things, murders, lynchings, all these things, firebombing, so that we can have the rights that we have now. So it's up to us to get the hell up off our asses and get on our good foot and actually carry the fight forward, carry the movement forward. We have to do that. Our children have to do that. Hey, Tanina, we definitely have to do that. Come to the Rock, Rochester. That might be. You can hit me in my inbox, Notorious. Understand, it's our duty to take up the mantle from our forefathers and foremothers, so that all that they did, all that they endured, all that they had to go through was not and will not be in vain. I know we've dropped the ball a little something, something, but it's time to pick the ball up and do what need to be done with it. That goes for all of us. Me, you, your aunties, your nephews, your sons, your daughters. How are we gonna have great leaders if we don't show them how to lead or teach them how to lead? Hmm. Y'all wonder why there's a lot of lost youth out here, because they don't know how to find themselves or find their way. But we ain't showing them, we ain't giving them the breadcrumbs. We ain't giving them the GPS coordinates to find their way where they need to be. Hey, crazy work, mom. Peep Skin, you say you may have a Sag babe coming. Oh, shiggity now. Oh, Peep Skin, you done shot up the club, Peep Skin. Damn it. Yeah, protesting does work when it's not rioting. Yes, that's a fact, Sierra Bay. And or if you're gonna riot where you need to riot and not in the usual suspect area, because that ain't gonna do nothing for your cause. I've been talking so much, pause. My throat getting dry. But I hope that y'all are receiving some of what I'm saying. Some of y'all are probably, I feel you bugging. I feel I don't want to hear that. But I don't want you to turn around later on and be like, damn, Phil, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have understood. I wish I would have paid more attention, because now it's at my door. That's all it's about. You might not agree with the means of, I mean, the madness of the thing, but understand there's a means behind it. And let the means justify the end of it all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always say there's a method to my madness. Understand there's a method to the madness of everything that's going on. But is it the method that you need to prosper, to live out your purpose? And if things keep going the way that it's going, will you even be able to live out your proper purpose? That's why what's going on is important, not only to them but to us. And again, for those that weren't here earlier, for those that wasn't here earlier, understand this same president that enacted all these things with ICE and all this is also petitioning. DC Word of the Week was good. Are petitioning so that U.S. citizens can serve out their prison sentences or detainment in other countries, third world countries at that. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. There was time where European sailors and shippers and companies and countries got different sets of people and took them to other countries. Not only their countries, but sold them to other countries. So don't let that go over your head, what that sound like and what it could look like. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your niece, your nephew, your whoever, neighbor, may have done something wrong or may have not done something wrong and might become incarcerated or detained or whatever the case may be, and might just be the victim of being sent over to Venezuela, sent over to some foreign country to serve a sentence or to be detained or confined until they deem uh, to go to trial or whatever the case may be. What does that sound like to y'all? Because in a lot of these jails now, they make you work in the jails or you go into the hole. All your little bit of privileges are being taken away. In these other countries, a lot of the privileges that happen here aren't there. So if you keep talking about this fight is not ours, you better pay the figurative attention. It starts at home. Our kids need to be prepared before they step into the world. That's a fact, Tanina. That's a fact. Mundo, you hear me? Some hanging in field show. I got a day. Hey, hold up, Peepskin. You done snipe somebody that be in our show? Let me find out, Peepskin. Oh, shiggity. Damn it. Let me find out, Peep. You been sitting back watching the Field of Love show, like, yeah, her, and you just set your sights, your scope up, pause it, pew, sniped you one. Oh, shit. Well, if you do got one on the way, Peep Scheme, congratulations. You're having a little GMG baby. Listen, damn it, Jim. It's crazy that ICE has people scared. My ex-husband is a doctor and he keeps a passport on him for years now because he's worried. And that's the thing. We're not meant to live in fear. We're not meant to live in fear. Fear is a spirit that wasn't meant to rest and abide in us. But a lot of us allow it and give it place and let it grow and let it fester. All of us face fear. All of us face the feeling of fear or the thought of fear. But what you do with it, that's what's important. Do you let it just sit in your soul, sit on your heart, sit on your mind, and let it eat away? Or do you say, get the figgity up out of here and do something different or take an action that will change all that? Oh, your son. My son may be a sad, so he going to be a... Oh, so you didn't get somebody from... okay, I get it. I get it. Peep scheme out here shooting up the club. Oh, shiggity. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all feeling? It's Wednesday. It's hump day, huh? It's hump day, ladies and gentlemen. Are y'all gonna live out your Wednesday to the highest of your possibilities? Huh? Hopefully this show has not dragged you down in such a way like, Phil, why? But I hope that it inspires you. I hope it inspires you to stay prepared, to stay educated, to stay vigilant, to stay watching, to stay listening, to stay prepared, and to stay active. I'm just saying. GMG, Dana Mac. I'm just saying. Do 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 do, baby. What it say? Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't want to come up here and holler at me, come on up here and holler at me. Tanina said, I slept in the day. I feel refreshed. What you doing? You cheating, Tanina? You playing hooky from your job? What you doing sleeping in the day, huh? It's Wednesday. You ain't supposed to be sleeping in on no Wednesday. May go line dancing. I'm in H-Town, boots on the ground. Yes, I have boots. I know that's right. I hope and pray that each and every one of you are getting up, getting out, and getting something, meaning some knowledge, some wisdom, some coins, some manyan, some opportunity, some blessings, some purpose, seeing your passion realized. Sleeping in is the best, school is out. I know that's right. Phil, you bringing any props to Indy? I don't know. Sierra Bay, you got to just tune in. You got to tune in, Sierra Bay. I can't tell it all. Can't tell it on the mountain. You just have to see on the Patreon. Listen, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, Sierra Bay. It's gonna be fun. Some things and some shenanigans have already been planned. It's gonna be a dope situation. I don't know who all is gonna be there. I know some of the people that's gonna be there, but I don't know some of the hidden guests, the special guests, or the unnamed ones. Yeah, oh Lord, Sierra Bay, oh Lord. She Tanini like, shh, don't tell nobody. Thank you, Tracy Goffs. Ah, this water is good to me. Bring a pillow, not just a blanket this time. Well, the room's got pillows. The room's got pillows, Sierra Bay. It just so happened that in the Philly house we had to do the sardine thing. So I didn't think to bring a pillow. I just used I think a pillow off the sofa or something. But in this room, I got a king size bed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be chilling, or at least I think I am. Ain't no telling what Flipperacci got up his sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? I'm looking forward to seeing who actually brings the entertainment. I know that's right, Creole. Peep Ski talking about bring your honey pack. Ha ha! Not gonna be able to do it. I've been taking care of my daughter by myself for the past week, and Lord, shout out to the single mothers. This ain't easy at all. Terry Murray, to who you telling? Who are you telling? Mr. Seven Times PSP, what's good? Salute. Who you telling? Single parenting is not easy. So I tip my hat to all the single mothers, because as when I was a single dad, I mean, technically I still am, but it's a lot. It's a lot. You hear me? L Peasy, what's good? What's goody like the mob? Can I get a roll call of the people that are here? I guess on YouTube. Give me a 100 sign if you got your Patreons for the situation or whatever the case may be. Put a thumbs up if you're gonna get it, and don't say nothing if you don't know, or you on the fence or whatever. But yeah, I want to know how many of y'all got your Patreon. Tiffany got hers. Happy, thank you, Sierra Bay. She said, "Happy early Father's Day to all the men." That's a fact. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, because by the time I do my next show, Father's Day will be over, whatever the case may be. So happy early Father's Day to all the men, those that are present and even those that wish to be present. I'll say that. Sierra Bay got hers. Lady Costanita said, "I'm going to get mine." All right, all right, all right, all right. Terry Murray said, "Happy Father's Day." Do, 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 do. That's right. It's the 13th through the 16th. It's the 13th through the 16th, Lady Costanita. Tanina put 3 hundos up there and said, "I got mine, goddammit." Look, Peep Skin said, "I have Patreon. It's automatic." I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Happy Heavenly Father's Day to your dad, and any dad that's not no longer here. Even my dad, happy Heavenly Father's Day, Dad. This goes out to those that have passed on to the other side. It's not on. It's not. It's its own. Patreon is its own app. Tracy, it's its own app. It's not on IG. Yeah, Lady Cosanita, patreon.com/flip the network. Look, Creole, I had mine since day one. Crazy Work Mom sit on the fence. Well, hey, Crazy Work Mom, you better jump off that fence and get in where you fit in. Is it a 24/7 live stream or is it already pre-recorded? It's not already pre-recorded because the event haven't happened. Will he be showing some live clips or showing it live? That part I don't know. Terry. So don't give me the lion. I can give you more information later on that. Thank you, Peep Sking. Happy Father's Day. Peep Sking, happy new Father's Day to you. Sexy Sugar Mama, thank you. Said happy Father's Day to all the fathers and the father figures. I know that's right. That's right. We can't forget about the father figures. Way before I knew it, who any of you on that platform was. I see. Oh, well, before you was. Saturday is your birthday. Happy early birthday to Berg. Hopefully you living it up. You know what I'm talking about? He said Team Gemini Gang Flag Day. Listen, to Berg, hopefully you live it up on your B-Day, on your birthday, and you know what I'm saying? And know that it's a blessing to be able to rotate around this orbit one more year when some people ain't make it. You hear me? Because I'm taking bets on who's going to be the first one to swing. Sugar got 2-1 odds right now. I don't know if Sugar is going to be here for this one. I don't know if she's going to be for this one, Terry, but we shall find out. Maybe she will. Maybe she will pull it off and come on, pull up, or whatever the case may be. All I know is I'll be on my way. Do 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 do. What y'all got going on for the rest of this week, though? Y'all gonna stay safe, hopefully. Stay safe, stay dangerous. He said, it's my Jackie Robinson. Yeah, I know that's right. The Berg, huh? Excuse me. Sheesh. What are y'all doing with the rest of your work week? What are y'all doing for the rest of your week? Hell, what are you doing for the rest of this hump day, huh? Huh, ladies, are y'all humping on something, fellas? Are you humping on something? Pause. No, Daddy. Creel said, get to this money. Look, anything less would be uncivilized. Anything less would be uncivilized. You feel me? I'm currently cleaning my walls in my apartment. Look. Clean on, clean on. Yeah. Backwoody, what's up, Backwoodrow? What's goody like the mob, young Padawan? Jazzy, hey Jazz. How that baby doing? How little TJ doing? How's the little one? I got an interview tomorrow for a really good job, so pray for me. All right, Terry, you got it. It is yours. That job is already yours. You hear me? And go in there as such. Yeah, go in there sure of yourself and confident. You hear me? And show your personality, of course. That's a guy's try, but not. I know that's right. I got my grandbaby, his mom on vacation. Oh, Tanina, I know that's right. How old is your grandbaby? Saturday, we are having the first Juneteenth parade in Harrisburg. I have a fashion show afterwards. I will be going to my cousin's surprise birthday later in the evening. Oh, that's what's up. Sound like you got a full weekend, the Berg. Peace King said, taking my little lady shopping. Excuse me. I know that's right. Woo! Oh, that yawning is coming over me. What else y'all got going on? Whatever it is y'all got going on, I just hope that y'all take some time and be reflective and remember what's important in life. and actually recenter yourself on any and all goals, any and all aspirations, any and all things that are passion related and or purpose related. And hopefully God align your passion with your purpose and allow you to live it out. Is it a go for Alexandria or is that too much? To pick you up from Alexandria? I don't know whichever one. When I talked to Hassett, I told her a spot that's like right near me or whatever the case may be. He's 18 months. Oh, okay, okay. Thanks, and we are doing good. He just ate now. Back to sleep. Back to sleep he go. I'm about to sleep while you sleep. Wake your ass up, Jazzy. It ain't time to go no damn sleep. I'm taking my grandkids to ATL for the weekend. I know that's right. I know that's right, Dana Mac. Yeah, so either way is cool, back with it. Either way is cool. The other one just gets you closer to me, like actually really close to me. Pause. Do, 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 do. How's that little man doing? Daughters. I know that's right. Anywho, again, y'all, couple shows coming down the pike. If y'all interested in being a part of the situation, short-term investment, holler at your boy, Big Phil Speaks on IG or whatever the case may be. Other than that, it's 10:11, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired. Y'all are tired, obviously. Say, nah, y'all know what I like to say, ladies and gentlemen. Smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody. You watching me on the big TV screen, Jazz. Oh, oh, oh. So, nah. Smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, it's on relay. Last but not least, I'm not anti you, but I am pro me, but with an emphasis on building we. So let that marinate your melon to the next time we chop it up and have a tay-to-tay, baby. I holla.
We're one big happy family. We're G-O-G. One big happy family. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.
I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. Deuces. I chunk them.